Here's the hype on HCC. Most students will tell you that text messages and webcams are distractions during class. However, HCC Southeast embraced technology when biology students were given iPhones as part of a pilot program. This class, which was held a month ago, became an instant hit.
But I drove down here for this class, and I knew it was going to be hard, and I knew it was going to be rigorous. And a couple weekends I keep on commuting back and forth, but using the iPhone, I was able to go back up to Dallas and use it and have the information, not have to worry about having to print off slides or having to do quizzes. I was always able to access anyone in my class at any time. And coming here and seeing the tools that we have to use for this class and be given an iPhone, I got back and I was like, look what I got. It was just great being able to use it, and I was able to use it for class while I was driving down. I could listen to the endocrine system while I was driving, and I had Wi-Fi. If I got lost, I was able to find a way, so it was a great help to me, and I really enjoyed it.
The first pilot program of its kind, students used the state-of-the-art technology to research course materials and store valuable information without having to print off slides. Students said the iPhones provided great accessibility to class materials.
The iPhone really helped a lot. You know, you had your notes anytime you were out of, state, out of city, out of your home, you had the notes right with you. And so if you're sitting around for 30 minutes or so at the doctor's office, you had extra study time when you wouldn't if you had a laptop or a PC or the class even. So
I pick my kids up at school all the time, and they loved playing the playground at school, after school, so I study right there as I'm watching them because it's real convenient. At my job I work at a hospital also, and you can't study you can't surf the internet because the patients are walking around, and so I can be discreet and study on my iPhone. It was very convenient. Like I said, whether my wife and I are driving out of town, she's driving, I'm studying. You don't have to tote around a huge, laptop. It's very convenient. Just a great resource tool right at your fingertips.
Southeast College computer science technology professor Roger Boston sees technology as the future of education.
Many teachers will follow us. Many classes will follow the biology classes and make their materials available. Blackboard, for example, will go ahead and modify its format so that the small screen users can be satisfied. We want to access our materials. There are a couple ways to get in. One is to have the computer remember what to type, and it will bring in the login information. That screen is small, but the Apple is famous for being able to enlarge a screen. Apple is also well known for being able to enlarge it further just by rotating. So we could type in the ID, and then we could type in the password to get into this class, which is Biology 2402. And then we could push the login button to be given access to the materials screen. Now this is interesting. If we double click here, we can enlarge to see that you get course syllabus and orientation information at first. And then you can double click and make that go smaller. If you double click in the middle, you can see the services we're providing to these people. They will get SMS text chat, broadcast messages, frequent use of the camera in class to photograph materials and annotate, comment on them later. We do microblogging. We have the capability for live broadcasted fireside chats, pre-tests in chapter materials, multiple choice mastery exams, multi-point group telephone conferencing via web-based services that give us as many as 100 students in the room at the same time. Plus we have the full access to HCC calendars, student services, registration, financial aid, library, and so on. On the third panel, if we can enlarge that, we get to touch for access to the content materials themselves. Content materials can also be zoomed, and here we have audio lectures. In fact, I can make that a little bit larger. Audio lectures available, Microsoft Word documents, all of this organized by chapter. Chapter pretest exams, chapter review questions. We have presentations for each chapter, and we have streamed videos. Just as an example, on the chapter presentations, these are sophisticated PowerPoint files. All of the information could be preloaded on these machines, but right now we're using only the handheld device in its wireless access mode. Here is the slide materials for Anatomy and Physiology, Chapter 7 outline. The students have this with them anywhere, and I think you can see very detailed graphics for every chapter. Every chapter has an audio lecture. Every chapter has related videos. Every chapter has, and again, I'm resizing this for my convenience. Every chapter has all these materials. If I back up out of this kind of presentation, you can bring up video presentations, and they're of several types. One of the types is very much related to the subject matter, professionally prepared and beautifully presented. And you can see the titling coming first, then an audio introducing the main technical concept behind the particular lesson nugget. I think you know what's going on there. Some ink has been dropped into a liquid. And then in a moment, the presentation will move forward to how that similar phenomenon takes place in the breathing process. You see the animations and so on, very useful kinds of information. We can home grow our own, doing a different style, for example, audio and video and narrated PowerPoint slides. This is an example we did to learn with. You can see the instructor down here at the bottom. The instructor can gauge up at his or her PowerPoint materials. There is an animated yellow spot that can move forward to highlight each of the points that the instructor may want to make. The slides will rotate on the cue. I think you can begin to see the spot moving around now, and we'll just give it time to get down to the bottom. I think we're going to emphasize right atrium and right ventricles and left atrium and so on. And then we'll advance to another slide. This is done very simply with software that we have site licenses for. The learning curve is very short, but the result is nice. You can see the slides rotating as the lecture proceeds. And we build these for each chapter as well. Altogether, many materials available to this on this marvelous device. It builds community. It gives drill and practice. It gives real reinforcement. It makes a constant presence in the class. And it is very convenient. We're not sacrificing much at all. In fact, the delivery platform is coming very close to being adequate for 100% capability of delivering a course in the distance education style.
Remember, you can catch the hype on HCC every day at noon, 3, 6, 8, and 10 p.m.